Sweet. All right. This is as yet untitled track. It will also be on the new record. But.
Cool.
Very cool.
Finally face that truth, but until then we'll save it, point the light upon the shore. You can't take it anymore, but to make it, yeah, for sure.
Very nice. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You're a very uninhibited kind of performer. Reminds me of sort of like in the mode of a Jeff Buckley type of thing. Have you listened to some Jeff Buckley over the years?
Yeah,
or?
I like Jeff Buckley. Yeah, I like him quite a bit.
Kind of one of the comparisons I would make to
Awesome.
your style. So that's a high compliment, by
Yeah,
the way.
That's
So
a pretty good compliment.
so where does this leave us in the show here? That was a fine tune, but
That was a very fine.
we're gonna head to the Inquisition,
Let's,
or are we
let's do it. Let's head to the Inquisition.
Okay,
and
nice.
Hang on a second. Let me get
pop us up a little sound effect here?
Yeah, we have to have our sound effect. All right. Nick Hill, are you ready?
Yes.
It's
He's like,
time
sure.
for
The Inquisition.
Nick Hill, or should we say Forrest. Welcome to the Inquisition. Remain seated in the chair. Well, he's not seated. Does this really work for that? Remain standing in the chair or by the chair below the swinging light bulb and do not attempt to flee. You may receive some leniency based on speed and brevity of answers. Our audience and ourselves hope to learn something about you, Nick. And perhaps more importantly, you may learn something about yourself tonight. So here we go.
Oh, no. Okay.
Number one. I almost feel like I need a drum roll here, but we're not going to do that, are we?
No, that's for top 10.
Okay, the first question. Did your parents lock you in the cellar for years with only an assortment of instruments to entertain yourself?
No.
Oh, I thought for sure
Wait.
that was how he got this good. You know?
The attic, yes.
Oh, well, okay. Nice.
Well played.
Yes,
Nick
that
Hill.
was a good job. Number
Beating
2.
us at our own game.
Yes, he is. We'll make a comeback. Number 2. Forest is a very interesting name. P-H-O-U-R-I-S-T. We were kind of intrigued by that, you know. So we had to come up with our 3 guesses as to the origins of your act name, Forest. Okay, here we go. A, you'll just see which one of these comes the closest. How fish fans refer to the woods.
Oh, no.
I would think that wouldn't that
pretty
be what
good,
they would?
I was rooting for that.
Darn. B.
If you want it to be, then absolutely.
How a florist with a speech impediment refers to his trade.
Damn,
I'm a florist.
you got me. Yeah.
Well, I will just use our other one up anyway. I knew we'd get there eventually. So here's C was how Bubba from Forrest Gump would spell his friend's name. So, it'd probably be pretty close to that, wouldn't it? Oh, Bubba.
Can Bubba do like consonant clusters? I don't know if he can.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, now let's go on. Number 3. Besides the obvious glue sniffing and listening to Radiohead and making music, do you have other hobbies, Nick?
Yeah, I like the outdoors. And,
Is that a band name?
Yeah,
what?
the outdoors.
Yeah,
outdoors?
Yeah.
probably. I mean, everything's a band name these days. I'm trying to think of something. Nothing's coming to mind. Playing music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured you were kind of zoned in on that one hobby because it sounds like you're really
That's the main hobby.
Yeah, that's good.
Except for the glue sniffing. I'm not into that.
You always got to make time for that. So.
Right.
Number 4, when the Chinese communists take over the USA, they will surely put you in charge of the Ministry of Music. They will most assuredly give you the unenviable task
shit.
of outlawing instruments.
Oh, no.
Which instrument will you outlaw first?
Oh, God, man.
No, you don't have a choice here. We're talking communism. You have to choose one. So
The drum machine?
There you go. Does that count as
I
an
knew it'd be
instrument?
hard. No, we don't count that. Let's go to the judges. Okay, what's an actual instrument will you outlaw first?
The rock. I love the rock. Yes.
Kevin and I are pretty fond of the rock, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, number 5. If you decide to quit the band, do you feel it would continue without you?
No.
Would it change direction most likely?
Yes,
or-
it would definitely change
Oh,
direction.
okay.
It would
All
be
right, well.
artsy sort of silence music.
Okay,
Yeah.
the ultimate minimalism.
Yeah.
I think.
Wait, yeah, Todd Snyder called it music's original alternative.
There you go. It's the true alternative.
Yeah.
I like that one. Number 6. The day you recorded The Truth, subtitled As I See It, had you fallen down a well? Again with the reverb thing, you know.
Yep. I had.
Yeah, oh, good,
Yes.
good.
Or he was hanging out at Jim James's house.
Yeah,
Ah,
nice.
that was more echo.
He was
than
hanging
reverb
out
on that
with Jim James well. There, yeah, Echo. Thank you for correcting me there.
Yeah.
Number 7. This is the last part of this section. So, have you been regularly abducted by aliens?
No, but I'm waiting for it to happen. Yeah.
I was thinking you were waiting for that.
I
man.
think he's beckoning for it with some of the
He
songs
is.
that he writes.
He's trying to communicate
He's
with
kinda-
other
yeah,
worlds with
yeah.
this.
Well, how cool would that
Strange new worlds.
That would be kind
be?
of
I want to be on one of those Voyager spacecrafts that they spin out.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Okay, I've got another little section here.
Go.
A quick quiz. We're going to try to burn through this quick, Nick, because we got other things to do. We want to hear another song. So we're impressed with your one-man band status. Okay, so
All right.
for lack of a better term, I know that's you don't have like a bass drum you're kicking here or anything.
Yeah.
So we have created a quiz where you must tell us
Or
quickly
washboard.
which of these bands have one member and which bands have double the amount that you have, 2, and which have triple the amount that you have, 3 members.
Oh,
So try to
okay.
do this quickly
Okay.
without thinking a whole lot. So number 1, Tenacious D.
2,
Number 2, ZZ Top.
3,
Correct. Number 3, The Police.
3,
Correct. Number 4, The Black Keys.
2,
Correct. Number 5, Green Day.
3.
Correct. Number 6, Emerson, Lake, and Palmer.
3.
We have to throw
That
one
was a
in there.
gimme.
Yeah, that was a gimme.
They got their names in the
Oh,
title.
this next one's not a gimme. Prince and the Revolution.
Like 7.
We would accept 1
Oh.
or 10 or 50. Okay.
Okay.
8. The Jimi Hendrix Experience.
3.
Correct. 9. Yanni.
Oh my god. Like 8 or 9.
Again, we would
He's got
accept
an
1
it's different
or 35.
or
Yeah.
Different
Infinity.
every time. Yeah.
10. The White Stripes.
2.
Correct. 11. Nirvana.
3.
Correct. 12. Forest.
1.
Hey!
Yeah,
yes.
Hey!
Nice.
Well, you passed my section of the Inquisition, but it's not over yet.
I was waiting for you to say Moby.
Moby.
1.
Okay, good deal.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to go to Mr. Kevin Gibson for the
That
speed round.
led us into the speed round. You
Yes.
thought that was tough. This is just really just word association, kind of whatever comes to your mind. As soon as I say the question, blurt it out.
Yeah,
You
just
ready?
try to answer these by
All right.
feel.
Okay, here we go. Beatles or Stones?
Beatles.
Stones or moss?
I don't know what moss is, to be honest with you.
Moss or lichens?
Moss.
Lichens or trees?
Trees.
Trees or forests?
Forests.
Forests or forest?
Forests.
Forest or fivest?
Can Fivest, yeah.
Fivest or the Jackson 5?
The Jackson
The
5.
Jackson 5 or Michael Jackson? Answer the question.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan?
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jordan or Lizzie Borden?
Michael Jordan.
Lizzie Borden or an axe?
And oh god, and I guess an axe.
An axe or George Washington?
George Washington.
George Washington or a cherry tree?
A cherry tree.
A cherry tree or a forest of cherry trees?
Hey, forest of cherry
A
trees.
forest or a forest? Wait, did we already do that? Never mind.
Yeah,
You
we
don't-
did do
You
that.
don't have to answer that last.
You know, my favorite answer. You passed the Inquisition, by the way. You're actually probably have not been sniffing glue, best I can tell, because you were quick on this stuff. But my
We
favorite
have.
answer there was, I guess, an axe.
I'll be honest, like I've never heard of the other person before. So. I've heard of an axe.
Well,
Call me-
there's an old riddle that came from an actual event called Lizzie Borden took an. Well, it's a rhyme.
Took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks, and when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
It's a-
This girl killed her parents, allegedly. Yeah, and so,
I think it was in Cape May, New Jersey, if I'm not
Terrible.
mistaken.
yeah. And it happened last week.
Last
All
week,
right.
like 100 years ago. So, okay, what do we got
At
now?
least.
We're on to probably maybe to move on here with the interview portion and get Nick
we
to play
could,
one more song.
Yeah.
How much time
hang
we
on,
got?
Hang on.
Okay.
I'm seeing the phones lighting up. I don't know if this is good or bad.
Usually bad.
We have
What I do?
we get calls all the time, but it's always usually the same guy. So let's see what's up. Hello, FPK.
Boys, this here is Dale.
Hey,
Listen,
Dale.
what is that boy you got on there? That feller is he really named after that Forrest Gump?
No.
Man, that's about one of my favorite dang old movies, man. My girl, baby, and I, we watch it all the time. Now, no, seriously,
That's
listen
great,
to me.
yeah.
I taped that on my DVR, and we
You
watch
took-
it all the dang
No,
time.
you didn't tape it on
you
your
will hear
DVR.
me do that Bubba fella. I do
No.
an impression of him. Listen what?
No.
He goes, fried shrimp, boiled shrimp,
Okay.
shrimp kebabs, shrimp cocktail,
Okay.
shrimp scampi,
Okay.
shrimp gumbo, shrimp pastries, shrimp cocktail.
Dale,
What?
don't. Do you have a request
Oh,
or what?
If you taking requests, is that Forrest boy know any Nickelback? Because
He's not doing Nickelback for you. No.
that there is weak.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, Dale's. Oh, he loves calling us and giving us hell. I don't know what's.
Shrimp salad. I like that.
That was a pretty good
Was he
impersonation.
good at it? I thought it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
Homegrown
I
shrimp.
mean,
He's been listening, paying attention to the show. He was right on with what
right?
we're
Yeah,
talking
but he
Shrimp.
he always asks us to play Nickelback, and I don't. It's like it's local. It's a local show. I mean, we don't do that. I don't know. Yes. We've tried to
That's
get.
the
through
first
to
time
that
he
guy.
asked for live Nickelback, I think. Or did
No,
he ask
he
the
has
heartstrings?
before.
Oh,
He
did
has
Okay.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You don't know any Nickelback, do you?
I've never heard Nickelback.
Okay, good, good.
They only
That's-
let me out of the attic that they locked me in like a couple days ago.
How did I know that?
Oh, okay. I've got. I have another question that I want to ask Nick.
Okay, good.
All right, there's a quote on your website in your bio, and it says, "It's not about the volume of your amp; it's about the volume of your heart." This reminds me vaguely of the quote that I can't remember who said it, but music is what emotions sound like. So expand upon what your bio says and tell us why. You know that.
Oh, well, yeah, I just feel like you can be a great artist without having like an overproduced sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Bob Dylan has exemplified that in the early days, and lots of folk artists. And it's just because right now I don't have a band. So you know,
it's a convenient excuse.
Well, yeah. Basically, it's just a way of saying it's not about how loud it is. To me, for my taste in music, it's not about how loud and obnoxious or whatever it is. It's more about melodies and soul and all that kind of.
And really, the
stuff.
common wisdom is kind of, this is what I knew you were talking about. Is the common wisdom really is a good song can be played in any style, and it's still a good song.
Yeah,
you can play
absolutely.
it with spoons and a voice.
Correct.
Right. So, you know, you pick a Beatles song, and pretty much you could play it with anything, and it's going to sound good.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Yes.
Cool. I just wanted to hear it from your mouth.
I think that was a Lizzie Borden quote.
Was it Lizzie Borden?
Yeah, I think it was.
Music is what feelings are.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
I think so.
I would have thought she would have said something different, you know.
You probably.
Music is what blood smells like.
I think any quote we don't know that's about music we don't know, we'll just attribute to John Lennon. It's probably the easiest way to go.
That's right. The easiest way
You'll be right 50% of the time.
Yeah. Okay. I think
I want to hear another song.
Yeah, let's do that, and then we're going to get him to tell us a tale from the road.
Oh yeah, do we want to do that before or after the song?
No, let's let him play a song first.
Good.
Song. What are you going to play?
This is off the Terrestrial Daydream record. It's called Optimism in D flat major.
No, I like it.
Nice.
Was there rain too far when those brothers decided to fly? 'Cause now here we are with rocks from the moon and planes in the sky. Danger, danger, gone like a stranger. Danger, danger, gone like a stranger. Oh, spirits will be dear when hope runs havoc across the land. And we may not even need proof of some fateful guiding hand. Danger, danger, gone like a stranger. Danger, oh danger, gone like a stranger. I need something to believe in. You'll be my friend. Hope is coming now.
Very nice. Good stuff, man.
Thank you.
I got to hear more of this stuff.
And we have on record that he's playing Forecastle.
Forecastle, yes.
so
We're
it's,
going to have
it
a
on
contract
tape.
for you to sign before you leave here.
In blood.
How long
We'll
is it?
sign the wall, and that means
Yeah,
you're
that'll be.
in.
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
So you
Yeah,
got all
we-
these people.
Oh my God. Okay, well let's. What do you say?
What do we
before
got
this
now?
ends, I think we should have him.
The Tale from the Road?
I think so. I mean, and I want to play the sound effect first.
Oh, do you? Oh, good.
Because this is what we do here.
Yeah.
And now, Tales from the Road. And this is what we do when we have a guest on, is we ask them to tell us a story from a gig that either went wrong or something funny and goofy happened, and he was telling us before the show that he had one that he would like to share, and so he's going to share it now. Come on, Nick, do it.
Well, just about every gig I do actually probably goes wrong in one manner or another.
We're with you there.
Yeah. But particularly there was this one gig that went horribly, horribly wrong. Back, I was with a band called Shy Creatures. And I don't know if the other guy who was in that band is listening. But,
Probably not.
Yeah.
Chances are.
Well, you're not far off. But anyway, no, we're still good friends. We showed up at the. Well, wait a minute. What am I getting at? Oh yeah, we were practicing for the show, and for some reason I was borrowing his guitar, and I was playing it so hard and so rock and roll that I broke a couple strings.
Did this start your 5-string habit there?
One's already broken that way.
Yes. Yeah, that's where it all began.
Good.
I decided not to try and restring them after this. But yeah, so we broke that string. I broke that string, and he was real pissed. He was. So we had to restring it about 30 minutes before the show started, and we get to the show, and it had been restrung, I think, at this point. And we get to the show, and we pull out the electric guitar, which is mine, which for some reason he was playing my guitar, and I was playing his. And
did y'all just get confused?
No, he was just better at the electric. I was better at the acoustic. And anyway, he was better, except when the string broke on the electric guitar as well during the mid set. And anyway, basically, make a long story short, all the people were like running away. The sound was so bad that literally people were running to the other side.
Sounds like one of our
of the
shows.
room.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen anymore. So if you want to come to a show, it won't be that
We
bad.
do, actually. So when are you playing next?
I'm playing this weekend at the Bardstown.
Good.
We love the Bardstown.
Yeah,
we played
me
there
too.
several times.
Yeah, my cousin is involved with it. He does
Oh, cool.
a lot of the theater stuff. He writes a lot of the plays. Doug Shetty.
Really?
Very cool.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Doug Shetty.
I don't know him. Is that
Yeah,
I know a lot of the theater people too. So.
Yeah, he's written some plays, and they've gotten like rave reviews. Man, it's some good
Cool.
stuff.
Awesome.
It's hilarious what he.
So
what he
what is
does.
And the artsy
What day
family.
you playing?
I'm playing at 7:00. I'm opening for Ryan Pearson and there's a guy called Red Bones from a local band called Rustin' Bones. He'll be playing
Cool.
a solo set, and then there's another band playing after us, after our 3 solo act set called the 10 Whiskey Sisters, I think.
Okay.
So yeah, so come out at 7:00 and
Is that
be a good
TIN
time.
or TEN?
TIN.
I thought we were getting into the
numbers.
the number of members again. 10 whiskey sisters.
Well, when you're
The sisters who had 10 whiskeys.
for those listening, if you want to do something after that, there's a later show. Scott Miller is a guy that I've been following for years. He was in the V-Roys, and he's playing at Uncle Slayton's later that night. So that'd be a good second stop for you if you.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
be
did
a
I
good
actually
show.
tell you guys what night it was?
You said it's Friday, right?
Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
April
I thought
6th.
you said it's Friday.
Let's
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure we get that
My
right.
bad.
Oh, Scott Miller's playing on Friday, so you can do both without any
There you
go.
No doubt.
bar hopping. So.
Yeah, and the gig on Saturday is after the U of L game. So
Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
a good policy. Yeah.
While we're announcing shows, we probably should announce the Crescent Hill Radio
Yeah, do that.
annual Raise a Note benefit concert. It's the Crescent Hill Radio Derby kickoff, and we're going to be streaming. It's just that just says we're streaming local and regional music. That's our normal deal. But anyway, 2 stages featuring Appalachian, Korean Hetty, Discount Guns, Robbie Bartlett, Trappers Keepers. Did you have a Trapper Keeper in school?
I did, yeah. Didn't we all?
I guess they're named after that. Memphis, Beck and Friends, Bridge 19, Anton Mink, and Alana Fugate, a good
I love
friend
Bridge
of ours.
19. And I
Oh, do
love
you? Yeah.
Alana Fugate, too.
Yeah,
she's
she's
so
been
awesome.
good to us. And there'll be a cash bar and food.
Yep.
So,
And
ample parking, it says. It's at what's that place called?
the Expo 5.
Expo 5.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly.
$10 minimum donation.
And the thing is, if you buy a membership to Crescent Hill Radio, you get in free. So it's
And that's
$25. Go to CrescentHillRadio.com and you can
And you save $10 at this one event. So
right. Yeah. I mean that's that pays for almost half of your membership.
and it goes to
so.
support this fine programming
Exactly,
like you're
because
witnessing right now.
we're the only community radio station playing only local and regional music.
Right.
You won't get that anywhere else, and that's why we're here, and that's why we're doing this.
Yep, it's the mission of this statement.
Exactly.
This station to play local music like Nick here. I mean, we're introducing you to a fabulous artist I didn't know anything about Forrest before tonight, but I mean, I'm into it. It's been really nice.
Really, it came about because he had sent me a CD to review, and I didn't get a chance to review it. And,
You're making up for it now?
Well, he was one of the proactive artists who said, "Hey, did you get that?" And I was like, "Well, it's due to circumstances beyond my control, I couldn't review it, but do you want to be on the show?"
He learned that at one of those workshops, how to follow up.
Yeah, he did. And Sean T. Johnson was on the show just a few weeks ago, and he was another one who was like, "Hey, did you get that CD?" And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I don't really have room in the publication to review it, but if you want to come on the show, so
there we go. We got other ways.
This is your lesson. If you're a local artist and you've got something to share, give us a shout at
Absolutely.
You can just go to CrescentHillRadio.com and then go to contact, and you can find our email addresses.
Butch and Kevin at Flies on the Wall.
Yeah. Okay, so we're winding down. We got less than 10 minutes to go.
Wow.
What are we gonna
It's
do?
flown by.
Oh cripes! The phone's lighting up again.
Hey, we never get 2 phone calls.
It can't be Dale.
It's an exciting show. No,
maybe we'll get a request this time. Maybe somebody's got a question.
like it.
So let's see what's going on.
Sure.
Okay, it's Flies on the Wall on CrescentRadio.com. What do you got?
Hey, boys, it's Dale. I took up some more of them Bubba quotes. Listen to one.
Dale,
Shrimp taco, shrimp salad, shrimp cocktail. Hey.
That's it.
Did you hang up on him?
I did. I ain't going to do it again.
I think he said shrimp cocktail maybe 3 times.
At least.
I'll be doing that all day
You think
tomorrow.
he
Shrimp
sued us.
salad.
Remember last year? He sued us last summer.
We've had our troubles with Dale, but it's been somewhat better lately. He sounds a little more hostile lately, maybe.
He's just. I
He
think,
was fun tonight. He was.
I think he may be off his meds or something. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Good grief,
Yeah,
man!
more than likely.
He's a case. All right.
It's about time for him to get mowing. He'll be more worn out, I think. Here. in
Yeah,
the spring when he calls
Dale. Nick, for your information, he drives a commercial lawnmower, and he even apparently does it in the winter. I don't know how he makes money in the winter, but he came in one night and I forgot what he was mad about, but he came and tore up the yard up front of the studio here and ran over our garden gnome, and
man.
Yeah, and then he sued us. That was the irony. He sued us because he thought we tricked him into mowing the lawn for free.
We ran in such a way that he pretty much
he
mowed the
chased
whole
us
front.
around this place, and then but then when Jim James tried to take over the city, he tried to help. He went and got Tap Out to try and fight him off. I mean.
And he was ready to provide us with a place to ride out the apocalypse.
He was, yeah. He was going to let us sleep underneath his trailer.
So he's not all bad. Not all
right.
bad.
He wants to help, but it's just in messed up ways, man. I don't know. So Nick, you're playing this weekend. What else you got coming up after this?
Well, I should have a new record coming out in a few months.
That's what I was going to ask you about.
that.
What's going on with that? Yeah.
Well, the next record is probably going to be quite a bit different than the latest couple of records. Those have been
like Lady Gaga type stuff.
Sound a little more like Queen or something.
no, it's gonna be like just much louder, and just because I just want to see if I can fill up the sound a little bit more.
So you're gonna have like a full band, or are you gonna just more tracks?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet, but the way that I'm writing the songs, it's gonna have like a lot of percussion, and
cool.
I don't really know what kind of percussion yet, but I'm working on it. It's,
Okay.
Yeah, you never really know how those
Well,
things
he's
are
one of
gonna
those
turn
musical
out.
hermits. He'll figure it out. Yeah.
On Terrestrial Daydream, there's piano, right? Like
Oh yeah,
piano. Now,
mostly
you play
that's
that,
what I play.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So how many instruments do you play, and what are these instruments?
Piano and guitar and vocals, and I played the kettle drum. Or actually, what I did was I flipped over the bass drum and took the stuffing out of it, or the pillow out of it, or whatever. Played that for an Android named C7, the original recording of it.
I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, it's on SoundCloud or whatever.
Oh, cool.
But
We'll check it out.
That's pretty much it. I can't think of
The
anything else.
piano work is really nice on the album.
Thank
you
you.
got a little harmonica strapped on here, so that's another thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But,
That's about it,
pretty
though.
neat.
Somebody called it the mouth harp the other day.
mouth harp.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that's
That was
a
that was
a
my-
blues type of.
Yeah, that was
reference.
my introduction to that term.
Was
Yeah,
it?
I'm
yeah,
22.
never- yeah, I know. I know.
You're a young man.
Well, I've been living in the attic, remember?
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not helping. All right. Nick Hill of Forest, PHOURIST.com. You can go check out his music there. And
Check out the
There'll be-
Facebook, too.
yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Definitely check out the Facebook.
And thanks for coming in, man. I
You
tell
said
you, this has been
gratuitous
a.
self-promotion.
There you go.
Oh, no.
That's what we're all about.
That's
That.
why we keep asking you where you're playing next and
Yeah.
what's going on. So we want you, yeah.
But this has been
Take
a really
full
fun
advantage.
night. I
It has
enjoyed
been a
this.
great night.
Yeah.
I mean, we always have a good time with guests, and you have been a great one, and we appreciate
you.
it.
You guys have been great hosts as
Well,
well.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, see, we're having
Thank
a
you guys so
moment
much
here.
for having me on this show.
I feel a group hug coming
Yeah.
up. All right, we are going to switch gears now. Thanks again to Nick, and we will see him at Poor Castle.
Absolutely.
And
All
but
right.
we just